Crisis in Ferdiad.
Crisis in Ferdiad.
Are we gonna get different battles based on the house we picked? Holy shit.
Upon his return to Garreg Mach, the humble Tomas shapeshifts and flees, and not even the Knights of Ceres's most concerted efforts can track down the erstwhile librarian. Dimitri elects to keep an eye on events from afar and not involve himself in the disturbance. Soon, however, an urgent message arrives from Ferdiad, capital of the Kingdom of Fargus.
Well, that was certainly an unexpected conclusion to the whole Tomas saga.
Yeah, it ended up like 4 chapters earlier than it normally does.
Thanks to his shape-shifting ability, he slipped free of the Knights and escaped.
Shape-shifting.
Yes, that's what I said. Also, I know what you want to say next. His powers are just like the ones you gave me.
His powers are just like the ones you gave me. Are you in league with him, Arval? Where did these powers come from?
If I am in league with him, no one has informed me. All I have is you, my dear partner in destiny. Still, I saw what you saw. Clearly, we don't have a monopoly on shapeshifting.
And now that everyone knows about Tomas, some of them must have connected the dots back to me. At least they've had the grace to keep it to themselves.
It's because they trust you. Hold on, someone's coming.
Where are we when we have those discussions?
There you are.
Hi! Hello! How are you?
Something wrong?
No, I simply wanted to check in after the unsettling events of the other day.
I kinda try not to dwell on stuff like that, but I admit I'm having more trouble shrugging this off than usual. It's gonna make my life a lot harder if my powers end up being evil.
Perhaps. And yet... How do I put this? Power is neutral. The good or evil of it comes from the one who wields it.
Baby, I love you.
For example, I possess extreme strength, and have always believed this gift was bestowed upon me so that I might protect others.
Baby, I love you. I just want you to love yourself.
And you used your power to save us, which means it cannot possibly be evil.
Didn't mean to fish for sympathy there, but, well, thanks.
My apologies if I overstepped.
I've been looking all over for you, Prince Dimitri. Her Grace the Archbishop is asking for you. She requests that you come to the audience chamber immediately. Duke Fraldarius has arrived.
Rodrigue! Can I play Rodrigue? Can I play Rodrigue?
Rodrigue is here? I'm on my way. Let us continue this discussion later.
Can I play Rodrigue? Let me play Rodrigue.
Hold on. What did you say?
Yeah, Felix, your daddy's here.
I've only just heard the news, so I'm a bit hazy on the finer points. But it seems my uncle has seized control of the capital and declared war on House Fraldarius.
That's not where I was expecting this to go. This is not where I was expecting this to go at all.
All signs point to him wanting to stamp the line out entirely.
That's Felix's family, right? They're one of the kingdom's leading houses. What does the royal family gain from eliminating them?
You know, we haven't heard any mention of the tragedy of Dusker yet either. But, like, Dedue's here, so it has to have happened, right? So I'm guessing this is kind of just one of those, like, you're probably supposed to just know this already things.
I'd wager it has to do with House Fraldarius supporting my claim to the throne.
The bigger question is why the Grand Duke chose to launch an offensive now of all times.
Whatever the reason, he must have decided to act before His Highness's coronation could take place.
My uncle claims House Fraldarius is attempting to install me as their puppet.
I have no idea where they would have gotten that impression from. Like, genuinely. This would make a lot more sense if Rufus was, like, actually a character in Three Houses. But right now, I'm just kind of like, I have no idea where he got that from.
As such, he issued a written appeal to the Western Lords to help him rescue me from the Duke's foul clutches, as he puts it.
In what cruel world would our noble house take the reins of a boor like you?
Don't ask me, it's his pretext.
So what exactly is going on in the capital? You said it's been seized.
Will there be snow? There better be snow in this game.
Oh dear. I do hope nobody there has been met with foul play.
He's in no position to engage such a move until I've been removed from the situation.
I say the Regent should be dealt with. I haven't heard one good thing about his leadership.
I've no intention of becoming a pawn in this game. All the same, I must return to Fargus at once. Dudu, you will accompany me.
Yay! Okay.
As you wish, Your Highness.
They're so cute.
Felix, I'm sure your father will contact you soon. For now, just wait for Rodrigue to weigh in.
Ash?
Sorry, it's just that Lenato used to be in the Grand Duke's service, so...
He is a man of compassion. It's not out of the question he'll be swayed to my uncle's side. Truth be told,
Do we still get to kill Lenato?
everyone's allegiances lie at this point. So let's not hasten to conclusions, any of us. We must all keep level heads. I'm told you are sending the knights to help us, Lady Rhea. I do not wish to sound ungrateful, but are you sure you want to do that?
Please let me play as Rhea. Holding out hope.
The Church of Seros cannot overlook this grievance.
Regrettably, many of our knights were dispatched elsewhere several days ago on another matter. However, while we may lack numbers, we have put together a unit of considerable skill. It will be captained by someone near and dear to you, in fact. Someone well suited to a mission within the kingdom.
I have no idea. Oh, it's Rodrigue. I was like, I have no idea who this could be.
Ah, of course. That is encouraging.
Do I get to play Rodrigue, though?
Since its very inception, we have watched over the kingdom of Fargus as one would their own child. When its peace is threatened, the church has no choice but to act.
Lady Rhea, step on me.
I have not forgotten your outpouring of aid after my father's passing 4 years ago. And I swear to repay that kindness in full.
Holy shit, I just realized we're getting a conversation between Dimitri and Rhea. This is like everything I wanted in the original game.
One other thing. A suggestion, if you will, from the church.
Interesting. So she wants all of us to go with you?
Yes. This time, the Knights of Seros will be accompanying us, in addition to Professor Yuritsa.
Well, I
Can we
see
leave
you
Yuritsa
don't-
behind?
But Annie and Ash, what about you?
You know I'm always behind you. But considering what it means for my uncle, I don't know. House Dominic's lands are surrounded by other houses that are likely to support Rufus's claim. If I join you, it could sour my family's relations with our neighbors.
I'll go. I mean, of course I don't want to get Lenato into any trouble. But I also know he'd want me to do what I think is right.
I'm sorry to place such a difficult decision on your shoulders, Ash. And what of you?
Of course I'm coming, I'm the main character.
I'm in. The more time I spend here at the Academy, the more I miss actual fighting. Besides, I want to use my powers to help. After all, the good or evil of a thing comes from the person wielding it. Am I right?
Indeed it does. You have my thanks.
There you go again, throwing yourself headlong into the first conflict you find.
Okay,
No
Arvel.
wonder I have to keep stepping in to guide you. Still, we basically have no choice, so run wild, I guess.
I'll inform you of the details soon. Please ensure you're prepared by then.
Oh, are we gonna get to run around the monastery? Oh, interesting. We can see the personal information. Likes seeing her friends smile. Her adoptive mother. Okay, I hope we're gonna get more details on that one. Not going hungry. Dislikes losing, reading maps, wasting time. Same. Same girl. Oh, they also have interests. Getting stronger. Mercenary work. Do I get to see everybody else's? Likes combat, high quality weapons, strength training, going for long rides, physically laborious work, delicate work, fragile objects, scorching heat, selfish people. Also same. And are these just the same? Flowers, gardening, needlework, arts and crafts. I feel like arts and crafts is new. Anyone who attempts to harm Dimitri, yep. Housekeeping and cooking. Survivor of the tragedy of Dusker and vassal to Prince Dimitri. Okay, so we still have the tragedy of Dusker, it's just that nobody has mentioned it yet. King of Fraldalius, survivor of the tragedy of Dusker, serves as a swing commander thing. I think these are all the same, I'm not sure. Temporarily parted ways with Annette. Oh, interesting. So they'll leave your party occasionally? We'll be in Ferdiad before we know it. I guess I should see what the others are up to. First things first, I want to look at that support info. CBA. Okay, so it looks like we have conversations at each level. And it looks like there's no S ranks. So far. They could pull some bullshit out later, but... Okay, you have some conversations at some ranks. Interesting. I will also note that Dimitri has a CB and A with Dedu, just like he had in Three Houses. He has a C and a B with Ash, like he had in Three Houses. He has a CB and an A, like he had with Mercedes in Three Houses. And he has a CB and A with Felix, like he had in Three Houses. And same thing, C and B with Sylvain. But he only goes up to B with Ingrid, and he only goes up to B with Annette. Interesting. So it looks like it is slightly different here. Yeah, it looks like it's ever so slightly different in this game. He only goes to C with Mercedes. That's interesting. I wonder if there will be more later and we just can't see them yet? Like after story events happen or what? But... Okay.
Have you need of me?
Do you know what sort of life His Highness led when he lived in Ferdiad before coming to the Academy? Well, I'll tell you. Please do. I am very curious. This is good fanfic fodder. Under the pretext of guarding him, the Grand Duke provided an escort who watched his every move at all times. Despite having committed no crime, he was basically put under house arrest. Word is they even read his letters. Can you imagine? Sadly, we minor knights on the fringes could do little for him, but this time I'm going to help. That's why I fled the capital and came running here. Oh, that's cute. Thank you.
What's going on?
There are rumors floating about regarding the Grand Duke of Itha. Perhaps you've heard of them? People claim he had the previous king assassinated and that he was involved in the tragedy of Dusker. And while most rumors are not but wind, something about those seem strangely credible. There have long been whispers about discord between the Grand Duke and the late king, not to mention the man's relationship with His Highness. This is giving me a very different impression of Rufus, because in like the original Three Houses, I got the impression that Rufus was just kind of a general fuck up, but like not necessarily a bad guy. They're really going hard on like, no, Rufus is a bad dude in this.
Hey, you.
She isn't here? No, I thought for sure she'd show up and fight for a fight in the kingdom. Who isn't here? Why, Thunder Catherine, of course. She's a swordswoman who wields one of the hero's relics. She's the most powerful of all the knights, so I thought this would be a chance to go head-to-head with her and see who could bury the most enemies. But hey, if she's not here, she's not here. I'll just have to beat up our foes twice as hard. Hi, Dedu. I loathe the man. Tell me more, Dedu. Tell me so much more. I need so much fanfic fodder. I loathe the Grand Duke. He tried to harm His Highness on countless occasions. Interesting. His Highness's first campaign was suppressing the rebellion in the West. That too was a plot of the Grand Duke. Only because of House Fraldarius did His Highness emerge unscathed. Assassination attempts continued unceasingly in the palace afterward as well, and given what happened with King Lambert and Dusker, His Highness must be aware of the man's ill intent. Okay. Fascinating. This is so fascinating. So, that does give another dimension to Dedu's overprotectiveness, right? Exquisite old letter. I had a business meeting coming up in Ferdiad, but that's been cancelled. It's hardly the time for that now. I'm sure you remember that the king went to meet with the leaders of Dusker, yes? Well, they were beset by attackers from Dusker on their way there. All were killed, only the young prince made it. Someone marshaled an army and sent soldiers to raise Dusker immediately. In the meantime, Ferdiad is all in chaos without a king. Dusker really made a mistake here. They're all going to be punished for the actions of a few extremists. Still, considering what they did, maybe they deserve it. I suppose that means we can no longer trade with Dusker. Shame. There's gold to be mined near Gwenquaver, and their blacksmiths are exceptional. No matter what, don't do anything until I return. Oh, interesting. Imperialistic resource gathering on the part of the Duke, perhaps? I mean, almost definitely, right? Is that Gustav?
Indeed.
That knight can't be Gustav, can he? True, he claims his name to be Gilbert, and yet... I never would have believed that man who abandoned his country would return at this late hour. Okay, I guess Gilbert's here. Yeah, he is.
This way.
I am Gilbert, charged with commanding the Knights of Saros in the upcoming battle. Should the need arise, I hope you will rely on me. I will not permit any harm to come to the students of the Officers' Academy. The fact that you were specifically dispatched must mean there must mean you have some connection to the kingdom, or maybe even the royal capital? Indeed, but only slightly more than the other knights. However, slightly. However, that does not mean every one of the blue lions will be joining us. Yeah, I guess Annette must have had some reason for not coming along, huh? I suppose so, yes. Are we just pretending like Annette doesn't know her dad is here? To be honest, I'm a little afraid of His Highness. I mean, he's definitely a good person, don't get me wrong or anything. He's usually got a somber look on his face, but his instructions to his troops are always clear. But still, that face, I've got no idea what's going on in his head. Is he sad? Is he calm? It's impossible to tell. And he was born with that inhuman strength of his, right? It sure makes him hard to approach. What if I make him mad? Come on, Dimitri's like the biggest softie in the entire game.
What are your thoughts?
Did you know there's a whole town under Garrick Mach? A bunch of suspicious characters live there. They call it Abyss. I wonder what those folks are really like. The church leaves them alone. The church leave them alone, though. So they must not have been involved with that business with Tomas. What you thinking, Boo?
Got a sec?
Don't look so glum, Dimitri. Everyone fights with their family at some point in their life. This is technically true, yes. You wit like a rapier. I assume that's how I pronounce that word. I'd do well to pick up on a bit of that cheer. I had a missive sent to my uncle, but I'd wager I'll not receive a reply. Please continue with preparations so we can set out immediately if the fighting starts.
So listen.
Rufus has always been a sharp one, I'll tell you what. None could ever match him when it came to political acumen. I did not get that impression from Three Houses. But while everyone recognized his talent, he had no crest, so the throne ended up going to his younger brother, Lambert. Lambert was the polar opposite of his brother in nature and temperament, though he possessed a natural genius in matters of tactics. Can't help but wonder what it would have been if the pair of them could have worked together to govern the kingdom. There was really nothing stopping from Rufus from doing that. Hello, Rodri. Can I please play as you?
Nice day we're having.
Well now, are you a student at the Officers' Academy? I'm Rodriga Kiel Fraldarius, the very man at the center of the maelstrom we find ourselves in. You have my apologies for getting you involved in this recent discord. Ask him if he's Felix's dad.
So basically...
So you must be Felix's dad. Indeed, and I hear you have been quite the boon to my son. Military strength will be essential if we are to take the royal capital, so I'd ask your aid in this matter if at all possible. Oh, hi, Boos! Aren't you cute? Standing together in the corner. Kiss!
Got a second?
Hey, cheer up, Felix. Your dad's getting worried. I know how unpleasant it feels to have people make weird claims about your family. Yeah, Sylvain, I promise you those are not unwarranted claims about you. Don't act as if you have it all figured out. That sort of thing would never bother me.
You sure?
Really? Because I think most people would take issue with their family getting pinned with a crime they hadn't actually committed.
No.
Ridiculous as it might sound, that's what politics is all about these days. There'd be no end to anger if you got frustrated at every slight to your family name. Still, you can hardly blame me if a certain someone's indecision is getting on my nerves.
Not good.
Look, if you're that concerned about His Highness, you should just say something to him. Why should the job of cheering him up fall to me? I guess the duel will do it for you.
Do you have a spare moment?
As a member of House Renius, The present situation is one I simply cannot leave be. To begin with, His Highness Dimitri's succession to the throne was duly agreed upon and acknowledged by the Archbishop herself. After the death of His Majesty, my house and the other lords made preparations with that intent. If the Grand Duke would now attempt to overthrow that agreement, I won't let it stand. Now that I think about it, I heard something when we were leaving Garrick Mach. Evidently, Professor Yuritsa set out for the Imperial capital along with the Black Eagles. And if I'm not mistaken, most of the Knights of Saros had some sort of business which kept them from joining us on this mission. I'm certain it's not Academy related, but I wonder what Annie and the others are doing.
Got a minute?
After the death of the previous king, most of the royal knights were apparently taken under the command of Rufus, the Grand Duke of Itha. Some portion escaped to the capital and rejoined with us here, but not all. There are evidently still some in Ferdiad who are resisting, and I want nothing more than to help them.
Well,
Are you sure this is okay, Ash? Lord Lenato was once a servant of the Grand Duke, after all. Yes, when he learned of the circumstances, he told me to hold on to what I believed was just.
Let's see.
Lord Lenato is your adoptive father, right, Ash? He sounds like quite the man. Thanks, I hope to be just like him someday. Which is exactly why I'm going to do what I believe in, Ingrid, don't worry. Maybe you really are suited to be a knight, Ash. Alright, I better get some rest before the fighting kicks off.
You have my thanks.
I see you've spoken with everyone. The consideration is much appreciated. We shall depart the moment everything is ready. Please be sure to rest until then.
The Duke has stamped out most of the troops who invaded Fraldarius.
I wasn't expecting that voice. Are we gonna get to see Rufus?
As things stand, a clash on royal soil and eventually within the capital is inevitable. As you are the only blood kin I have, my lord, I pray we might find a way to resolve this conflict peacefully.
I'm so glad that all of my, like, Rufus is a bastard headcanons and fic-related characterizations are just, like, retroactively canon now. Oh.
Rubbish. He sings of conciliation, but I know a threat when I read it.
That's a really unfortunate face. But we have a face for Rufus now, guys.
Shouldn't you take better care of a letter from your dear nephew, my lord?
Hi, Cornelia.
He's not expecting a reply. The creature means to slay me.
Your fear of Prince Dimitri runs deeper than I thought. You shouldn't have missed your chance 4 years ago in Dusker, or 2 years ago during the suppression of the rebellion.
I appreciate that they're not, like, yanking my chain around with all this mystery bullshit. They're just like, Rufus did it.
That's twice you failed to kill him.
I've learned my lesson. A lion's cub is still a lion, and one cannot slay a lion with a clumsy scheme. It's those monstrous eyes, Cornelia. They terrify me.
You killed his dad.
The boy is a vicious animal, yet he attempts to feign actual grief that we can't find common ground.
You killed his dad, and are and you tried killing him. What do you mean he's the Rufus, we're gonna have some fucking words.
The aberrance of it shakes me to my core.
I understand completely.
Every night since I killed my brother, I dream a lion is ripping out my throat.
Rufus, okay, Rufus confirmed did Dusker, I guess, but also, what the fuck? Dimitri is such a monster. I hate the way he looks at me. You killed his dad. Are you high?
You'll run yourself ragged if you live your days in fear of revenge. You were meant to rule Fargus, and you have the power to make it so. Your royal army is the finest in the realm, and if I may be so bold, you also have me. put your worries to rest, my king. Sleep deeply and without fear.
I'm so utterly tired. Tired of being afraid. Tired of what I've become. All of it.
You're not gonna have a redemption arc with me, Rufus. You can just put that shit
I see.
where the sun don't shine.
Much longer until Talus gives the word.
It is Talus. I'm not pronouncing it like that.
I know only that something is amiss in the Imperial capital.
Curse it all! I am not waiting 1,000 years for that doddering old fool to act. Rally the Western Lords and their troops, and be quick about it. Have them make ready to intercept that whelp.
That portrait, though.
As you command, Cleobulus.
Cleobulus is her name, apparently. Glad we got that.
According to our scouts, the enemy has positioned their troops on the capital streets.
He's so tall.
So they can use the townsfolk as shields when we take the fight to them. With vulgar tactics.
Well,
Is Rodrigue's voice different?
strategy. Our next move will be critical. A victory stained with the people's blood achieves nothing. We'll need to move our forces swiftly, but with caution. Dedu, has there been a reply from my uncle?
Dedu gets to be plot important. Sometimes. At least so far.
Nothing of yet.
I thought not.
Your Highness, will you truly be able to strike Rufus down when the time comes?
I'll do it for him.
I will do what is required of me.
Hi, Felix. And others.
Preparations are complete, Your Highness.
But not Ash. Screw Ash.
The people are waiting for you, Dimitri. Let's not keep them any longer.
No, we'd best not.
You're our commander, but you look like you're heading for a funeral. Could you maybe try not being so insufferable?
I don't know, Felix.
I've more than a few things on my mind.
Felix, hey, we're about to go kill your uncle. Could you look a little less sad about it? No?
But very well. Let's begin our final war, Council.
You look pale. Not keen on fighting your own blood?
Sadly, I saw this fight coming long ago.
Then what's the problem?
Now that I've brought the fight to the streets of the capital, I wonder if my actions are right.
Fine, Dimitri.
People here favor keeping the royal line of succession. That's because my father and the kings before him maintained peace inside these walls. But ever since my uncle seized power, the people have been forced to endure his licentious reign.
I'm gonna have to Google the word licentious.
Did you know they asked me to assume the throne before my time at the academy? They said only a true king could undo Rufus's misrule.
So why didn't you?
Because it would have divided the kingdom, just as it's doing now. Yet had I supported my uncle's claim, it would have been open rebellion. And the only way to prevent such a rebellion is to invade the capital and kill the regent.
I want to give him a hug.
In other words, I cannot restore my grandfather's peace without first breaking it.
Can I get a portrait of your grandfather? And maybe a name? Fic writing purposes, I promise.
In that case, there's
I won't do anything nefarious with it.
You know fighting is the only answer here. You just have to accept it.
My apologies. I have a bad habit of agonizing over such things. And as all of you have come this far to help me, the least I can do is make an attempt at optimism.
Okay, defeat Rufus. No defeat conditions. Before starting the battle, you can adjust which units to deploy. Units placed within the dark blue grid will be available to control and give orders to. Units placed in the light blue grid will only be available to give orders to. Highlight a unit to see their advantage against enemies who appear on the battlefield. You can check the weapon type and extra effectiveness. Choose the units you will have an advantage against the enemies you'll be facing. Yep, got it. Okay, this is how I change these. I guess I just couldn't do it last battle. They just, like, forced me to use Ash for whatever reason. Alright, whatever. Oh, I didn't look at the S rank requirements.
Soldiers are using the townsfolk as shields. What cowards!
Okay, hold on. First things first. I want you to go be an adjutant to Felix, and I want you to come be an adjutant to Dimitri.
Allow me to help.
Okay, we good?
And our first priority is to secure the people's safety. My uncle can wait. You'll start by eliminating guards on the capital perimeter. Commence the attack.
This will go faster if we split into 2 groups.
Now's our chance. Attack! I almost broke a sweat there. Next.
Oh, Felix. You're adorable. Hold on, I just wanna see before we... Okay, I need to kill 1,200 enemies, take less than 40% damage, and 15 minutes. That's very doable.
Things should be easier now that we know our backs are safe. Open the gates and seize the town, but ensure no harm comes to the people.
Dimitri is so cute.
Ferdiad is large. We should divide and conquer.
Oh, this is so many things on this map.
Still closed off? We should probably open them up so we can get reinforcements in here, yeah?
A fine idea. And if things go awry, we might need another way out.
Are you winking when you say that, Sylvain?
Well, he's a balanced one. Clearly, that apple did not fall far from the tree.
To think they would involve innocent people. We must end this battle as soon as we can.
Let us take this stronghold.
Okay. I like the direction that this plot is going, actually. Why do you have a thingy over your head? Okay.
This really the best the officers of Ether can offer? Disappointing.
Interesting. Felix has like slightly unique dialogue too. It is kind of annoying having to pause this constantly. If you want to make sure people are following commands. To do. Okay. I have a feeling we're gonna have to do something way up here eventually. Oh, Rufus has a, horsey. Da-da-da-da-da. They do have special dialogue there. Oh my god. 258,000 total damage, huh? So they have a joint warriors thing. That's exactly what I wanted. This is exactly what I wanted.
I'll do what I can.
Okay, Felix.
It's worth a shot.
Go kill that guy. Wait, what does this do? It's the bumpers, not the triggers. I love you guys, you're so cute.
In that case, fling open the gates. Sorry, Your Highness. Stole your thunder there.
Oh, that was a side mission?
Your Highness, you're all right. Some nights we should have never let it come to this. Do not blame yourselves. However, you seek to make amends. Lend me your strength and help me reclaim the capital.
If they don't blame themselves, then why would they make amends?
I've awaited this moment.
Okay. You Singer can go kill this guy.
Our orders are clear.
Or she could try. She can get back up. It's fine. Looks like I gotta go kill that guy.
Forgive me, my lord.
Get fucked.
I see our enemy is somewhat competent. Deal with this Viscount Kleiman.
Ah, Viscount Kleiman is here. Do I get a portrait for him? Nope.
Save Prince Dimitri from the vile puppeteer who controls him.
Oh yeah, sure. Sure.
Those soldiers before we're boxed in.
I'm working on it, Felix.
Again, divide our soldiers to deal with the multiple threats, Your Highness.
Oh, Felix is in trouble. Felix will be fine. I'm sure. Sup, nerd? You killed my boyfriend's family. Now I kill you. I love you to do.
This is just sad. Can we please hurry and get this battle over with?
Okay, stop hitting me.
Please, Your Highness, you must see reason. We are only doing our duty.
Uh-huh.
Take him into custody. I have a lot of questions for him. At once, Your Highness. I'll back you up.
This game is literally the meme of like 3 houses plot, the big book, 3 houses plot if Dimitri had just gone and killed his uncle right away. Okay, let's see here. What do I want you guys to do? I wonder if this game's gonna have a side mode. Oh, he uses vulneraries on his own? I didn't tell you to do that.
Let us take this stronghold.
Okay. That's not very clearly delineated on the map. Hold on, do I have anyone else waiting orders?
I'll do what I can. It's worth a shot.
Goddess, we were able to keep the people out of harm's way.
The town should be safe for the time being. Let's press on to the castle.
How do we breach the castle with the drawbridges up?
These people are hopelessly outnumbered. Unleash our units from the strongholds and crush them all.
Strongholds. I'm guessing that's those areas. Yep. I'm gonna go get that key.
There are controls by the castle gates that lower the drawbridges. We can do so from within the strongholds.
He's moving.
Your Highness, the troops that escaped the castle have taken up position in the surrounding strongholds.
That won't do. We must retake them at once and ensure the town is safe for good.
Yeah.
To rescue us. Give us the honor of joining you in battle.
Hold on. I'll get to you in a minute. I want that key. Where the fuck? Okay, it's really hard to read the mini-map with everything going on. So I gotta go down, and then I go over, and then I go up. Oh no, no, stop moving. There we go.
It's my pleasure. Stand down.
Okay, I got a chess key. Okay, and then I hate this map. I should have free units to go do things, so I wonder, how many kills do I have? Oh yeah, okay. Ante. God, I love Warriors games. Okay, where am I? I guess I'll come over here and help Ingrid. Just get this over with faster. Sorry, is Rodrigue behind me wielding a sword of light? Holy shit! Can I play Rodrigue? I guess I'll go get that chest.
That's the last of the strongholds. Things should be much quieter.
I didn't realize that that was the side mission. What's the normal mission? Okay. We got this, Dimitri. Move your little legs. The frame rate of this does not make me want to vomit, which is a good sign. Hi, Dante. You want to hang out? You want to play Warriors with me? Meow. You like Dimitri, don't you? He's your favorite character.
Let us take this stronghold.
Yeah, he's your favorite character. You are on my computer and I cannot see. Thank you.
We need to find another way in.
Let's start the attack.
I didn't even see what I picked up from that. I kind of wish that they didn't have like the glowy... Here, why don't I switch to Felix? And then I can just move Dimitri.
We will proceed as planned.
Go help Mercedes out.
We must strike down.
Well done. Now to lower the drawbridge.
Where is Felix? Jesus, okay, I can't fucking see anything. Follow Shez. Okay, here we go.
Let's get that bridge down. Where are the controls?
Oh, it's Y. I gotta remember that. Gotta keep hitting Y.
Good. Now, if we lower the other drawbridge, you'll be able to attack the enemy from both sides.
I clearly underestimated the royal wealth. Time for someone to put him in his place.
Can I leave? Okay. Can I leave? What is happening on this map? Do I have to go all the way down and around? Okay, well, we'll play Dimitri. And Felix can go do that running.
I'll do what I can. It's
Yep, working on it. Oh boy, what is that? Oh, there's a bunch of guys over there too now. Okay. That could be problematic. I'm very glad that we're getting a bit of a view of what Ferdiad's castle looks like, though. This will be very helpful for fic writing purposes for me. Let's see here.
Show them how firmly our defenses can hold.
So there's 2 drawbridges.
Now that we have access to both the east and west bridges, it's time to breach the capital, corner the traitors, and strike them down.
Oh, Cornelia's here.
My, this is your lucky day. I've decided that you deserve my personal attention.
You may not step on me. You may definitely not step on me. I see you have a middle name now.
You truly are whimsical. Will today mark my death or his? Either way, this farce will finally come to a close.
You're more evil than I was expecting. Lots of books here. Can you open the doors so that I can get around this place more easily? Nope, I guess not. Okay, let's see here. Is everybody still doing things? Yeah. It's really annoying how we have to go all the way down and around. Come on, Dimitri. We're gonna go kill Cornelia ourselves. It'll be very satisfying. Right? Are you freaking kidding me? Right? Oh, I have... Okay. We're not doing that. I can't believe it literally, it makes you go all the way from here, down, around, over, and up. That's freaking ridiculous. Okay, okay, it's a good thing they let us switch. It's a really freaking long chapter. Hold on. Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, no, 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 come back.
With me. Let's do it.
I knew I was gonna do that by mistake eventually. It would be nice if the camera stayed locked onto this guy a little bit better. Like, where does he go? I know he's not dead. Or did I defeat? Yeah, no, see what? Why does he keep phasing in and out of existence? It's getting really annoying. Okay. Kill Cornelia time.
Oh, why the long faces? Does our hospitality displease you so?
Oh, she did a lot of damage. This one.
Now I'm mad. Oh, you poor dears. I've never seen so many deluded fools in one place. Now I'm mad.
Yeah, you go be mad somewhere else.
That's more like it. It wouldn't feel like a real fight if I simply tore you limb from limb right out of the gate.
Okay.
Don't let up. We can break her.
Come on. Like one more hit on that gauge and then we're good. Oh, there it goes.
None of this would be happening if not for that old man Tom.
I'm pretty sure you did this. Okay, we got her. Okay, is there anything else to mop up on this side of the map? Nope.
I'll do what I can.
Okay, Felix, come on over here and help me out.
It's worth a shot.
Oh, we're already way over the S rank requirement for time, so why even bother at this point?
Wrapped up in my fun again. But sadly, I must bid you farewell.
She's slippery, that one.
Okay, let's see here. It's up to Dimitri, who we're currently playing. I really should play someone other than Dimitri. Famous last words. 'Cause we all know I'm just gonna play Dimitri this whole game, right? We've all accepted that. This one. Did he say you must live when he just like body blocked that enemy from hitting to do? Okay. I want to see if he has any unique dialogue with Rufus up here.
So, it's come to this at last. Well, Dimitri, if you want my head, then come claim it.
I intend to, Uncle.
Oh, he has reinforcements. How lovely.
We will defend our leads to the last. I had long hoped for a day we might finally see eye to eye.
Foolish is he. A man and a monster can never come to common purpose.
My uncle seems determined to not surrender, which means he gives me no other choice.
It will not let me do my special attack during this, by the way.
What right do you have to rule over men when you're barely human yourself? You're an aberration. Nothing more. I should have killed you at Dusker when I had the chance.
Damn. that a Master Seal?
Your Highness, we are moving Rufus to a cell and preparing him for questioning.
Oh, we didn't kill him.
Thank you. I will join you shortly.
Lame.
Raise your voices with me, friends. You fought hard this day, and now victory is ours.
So Rufus doing Dusker makes a lot more sense than the whole lot of nothing he did in the original story, at least. I'm guessing we don't have class tutoring here.
I'm stronger. We'll see about that.
Since they're giving me seals. Oh, okay. Looks like the class mastery thing is pretty basic, actually. It doesn't look nearly as complicated as the original 3 houses where there were like 800 levels to everything. So far we haven't had to explore the monastery yet. Oh, hi, cutscene?
Something you feel like saying?
No.
All traitors get put to the sword. It's his duty as king.
Final words?
None for you. But tell me something, boy. Does it trouble you to slay your own kin? What a surprise. I did not think you capable of sympathy, craven monster that you are.
Yes. But either way, I do what I must.
Holy shit.
Well, to perish by your hand, it is a fate that I much deserve.
Oh, fuck me, dude. Can I give him a hug? Let me hug him.
Which leaves the lords Elidor, Mateus, and Kleiman.
Hi! Random silhouette face? That was a very sudden transition from that very emotionally weighted cutscene.
We believe they, as well as many powerful Western lords, were accomplices in the assassination of the late king. Along with the Grand Duke, they seem to have received large sums of money and supplies from the imperial nobility.
Okay, one of my mutuals said that we do see Margrave Gautier, and Sylvain definitely got his good genes from his mom, and I definitely see what she meant. Okay.
Thinking this to be recompense for the assassination in Dusker, we investigated the link further. In 1171, the mage Cornelia arranged for a certain powerful imperial family to come to the kingdom.
That's the year when my step-uncle, Lord Arundel, brought Edelgard here in exile.
Correct. We think Lord Arundel and his followers were behind the matter. They have deep ties to the imperial household.
Holy shit, and Dedue gets to be present for them mentioning something about Dusker? 3 houses could never.
As I suspected. You're a clever man, Margrave Gautier. Well done.
Thank you, Your Highness.
If we continue wringing information out of them at this pace, we'll soon have a clear picture of what transpired.
My uncle's attendants must also confess to the slaughter in Dusker. But now that things have come this far, we can't expect the Western Lords to stay silent. We need a way to keep them far from power.
Oh, there are always ways, provided you're willing to keep all your options open.
Okay, Gautier.
Yes, I suppose so. Let us speak more of this later. For now, spread word of what you have found to every palace and pub in the land. That should help keep the lords in check.
Is that wise, Your Highness? If we announce that Rufus was involved in the tragedy of Dusker...
I will not feed my people half-truths. They deserve to know.
I've always admired that candor, Your Highness. Yet such news is sure to create a degree of unrest in the kingdom.
So you suggest we bury the truth? Should it somehow come to light, the people's faith in me will be forever shaken. If the kingdom is ever to part ways with our bloody past, this is the path we must walk.
Fine words, though I doubt they'll appease the people of Dusker. Nor the rest of Fargus, many of whom will not be so quick to forgive.
Ha! We thought you might say as much, which is why His Highness and I have devised a solution.
Please let me play Rodrigue.
I will resign the title of Duke and pass it to my heir.
Oh god, we got Duke Felix already?
Spare me, Rodrigue. One person with wild ideas is already one too many.
It's not wild at all, Matthias.
Matthias?
Someone must bear responsibility for what happened in Dusker.
Interesting. We finally have a name for Margrave Gautier. I can stop calling him whatever the fuck.
People will naturally seek to point the finger at His Highness, and we need him unsullied if he is to lead. Someone has to get down in the mud and bear the slings and arrows for him. Who better for such a task than me?
Rodrigue will abandon his title and work with Dedue to restore harmony between our people.
Oh, Dedue gets to have a role in this? Three Houses could never.
I'm not asking him to take his life. Rather, he offered to spend it to set things to rights.
In that case, we've only to deal with the issue of the throne. I believe we should move forward with your coronation straight away.
I agree. My time at the Officers' Academy was a valuable experience, but I belong here now.
Have they been at the Officers' Academy for more than a month? Or is this supposed to be, like, after everything? Like, after a year?
Obviously, Felix won't be able to return either. Have him come to me later, so I can deliver the news and an apology.
No, it's not after a year, because he's talking about returning.
I've already had a word and told him what must be done. You've no need to apologize.
Yes, I have. As for you, Gustav, you'll also be staying here in the kingdom.
But I abandoned my homeland. There can be no place for me in Fargus.
Well, the king just said there's a place for you in Fargus, so there's a place for you in Fargus.
I will make a place for you. I need your help. Lady Rhea will understand.
Please let me play as Rhea.
It would be my great honor, Your Highness.
Send word to the church and the lords. Count Galatea will be in charge of contacting the south. Now, there's another topic I'd like to discuss. I wish to reorganize my army. Since I have you all assembled, I'd like to hear your suggestions.
You still working, Dimitri? Have you even slept since the battle?
We had like 3 whole cutscenes without Shez in them. Amazing.
Never mind that. There's a favor I've been meaning to ask of you. It won't happen right away, but I'm considering the formation of a new private army. I need someone to captain them, and I was hoping it might be you.
And what does the leader of the kingdom need with a private army?
I fear my uncle may have rubbed off on too many of my knights. I'm not saying they're all bad, but it's clear as day that bribery ran rampant. To rectify the matter, I'm looking into a complete reorganization of the army. These next several years will be an age of civil war, and I want to be surrounded with the best and most loyal soldiers I can find.
Well, that does sound interesting. Still, I'm just a regular old grunt. Why put me in charge?
Because this will be an army of commoners, not knights and nobles.
Dimitri likes commoners. Okay, sorry. I'll try not to be snarky about the discourse.
A mercenary like you is far more likely to earn their trust than some stuffy noble who's never known a day of hardship. Please, allow me to be clear. This is not an order. If you'd rather return to the academy, you're free to do so.
Are you kidding? I'm in. Thank you, Dimitri.
Having put down Rufus's revolt and ended his uncle's life, Dimitri draws closer to the truth regarding the tragedy of Dusker, and also begins the process of ascending the throne. All the while, the Adrestian Empire deals with a fierce power struggle in its capital, Enbar, while the Leicester Alliance finds themselves pitted against an invading Almiran horde. Realizing the troubles of Fodlan will fall squarely on her young students' shoulders, Archbishop Rhea closes the Officers' Academy and permits her charges to return home.